Well then, Ninjas in Pajamas will be starting on the CT side. James spotting with the Glock. Oh. I think if someone's going to spot there, they might as well have a P250. But anyway, CeRq gets insta-gibbed towards long. And we've got NIP with some presence in mid, looking for any more lurkers, which will maybe put him out of position for a B play, which seems to be coming in. North is making his way over towards B, though. There's a smoke for the door itself, even with the lurk smoke out. Twist making his way to that car position. Rotation coming through. Just delivering kills in the meantime. And that leaves James alone as the last man to fall on the B bomb site. Surely it's coming. There it is from Rez. NIP take the pistol. Swift.
Very uncomfortable round, right? Like Twist just running through the door, whiffs an entire mag, still gets away with a kill. VP may have got the door smoke in, but they didn't really get much further than the tunnels. So probably just the full eco with one Glock here for CeRq. Don't really force too much on DUST2. Pretty dead. CeRq going to pop him out lower. Through the mid doors, perhaps.
Oh, now they're interested. Get that flash in there, CeRq. Here it is. Push doesn't find anything. There's the cap play from nawwk, helped out by his teammates over here in middle and cap. They're able to do damage, get out of there, keep this advantage. The AUG tapping down these players at range. So this should be the nice clean round for NIP that we were hoping for. Yes, it is. Never had a moment of doubt in my mind. NIP onto that second, but now the buy round is on the cards for VP bright and early.
Clean up in mid doors. Promising start perhaps for Ninjas in Pajamas. James on the AWP already. No Kevlar required. Can jump on that box on suicide. Get an angle on short if you want one. Like smoke will force JaCkz away quietly. See how long it takes VİRTUS.PRO to take short control. Many players heading towards the tunnels of B at the moment. Flashbang being held for short for the time being, but nobody making their way there. Apart from Ninjas in Pajamas, they have control of long with Plopsky in the pit now. And Rez is going to have a look, see what's happening on short, try and create some space for himself, but jaCkz will be beyond the smoke. I think he may have heard the fall off into CT spawn as well. Now, does he try and pull players towards the A bomb site? Does he just creep out all the way here?
This is big, man. That's a lot of positioning. And he knows that because that smoke bloom, that they're not going to be paying attention towards this short side just for a moment at least, right? Just to give him a little bit more room to play with. Now that this smoke is down on Cat, NIP are looking back into the site, but there's the tap that deals with Plopsky, and now holding the mid-rotate is CeRq as well, just to sweeten the deal. And this is already a save for NIP, or at least it should be. And maybe they get CeRq in top mid. They don't manage that even. So yeah, just the save cemented.
Well, how about that to lose your first buy round? 5v5 and you get shot from the middle of the A bomb site. Got to be careful about your sound cues. I mean, that was basically one off of sound cues. They were posting up to make a play into the B bomb site, very committed. But jaCkz like, okay, you just run away from short and jumped into CT spawn. I'm close enough to the smoke to not believe in it, go through it. And just slides his way into the A bomb site, and there we go.
Easy does it. Yeah, great little move. Very blasé, and NIP just thinking, surely not. Sometimes you got to leave gaps and just hope that no one takes them, but VP stealing space. and setting B early as well with the bomb. 2 down middle, so it might not be an explosive round out of spawn, but if they were to do so, there's only 1 man towards that B bomb site. It could be a chance for VP. Molly comes in early. Just twist, but Hampus is nearby with a full belt. VP not in a rush, they're waiting out the mid molly as well. Kiki going to try and come in on this late lurk. And when things go very quiet out of spawn like this on DUST2, you often assume that it's going to be some sort of B play. Obviously, they don't have the mid info right now, which is dangerous. It means that VP could be on cap. They're not. They're exploding the site. Twist and Hampus crossfire, dropping the bomb. Good headshot for jaCkz. They know Twist is tucked to the car. He's fighting for this package and flashes in, but Twist goes wide with a double, and Kicker is late to the tunnels rather, or the party. And might have to save. Oof. Save's good though. It means he can buy next, and you know, I mean, he was going to get a bit of loss. It would be fine. He's got 3k, but this is also good. It means he can drop a gun over and buy a couple of grenades. So it's the right call. Great B hold.
Not much more for jaCkz to do here. Much needed money though. He can drop a second AK for his team. Slowly waiting things out. NIP have no business hunting at the moment. They've got to secure their own money after that round prior. AWP will be nice. 3 AK-47s on the CT side. That could be a game changer in these duels. Twist now just making some space for Hampus to come in and help as well. Oh, just lined up for him, huddled together like penguins. But the heat came from a different source. 3-1 finishes in pajamas. So we still see an AWP on James. 3 AKs in the Galil. Reasonable levels of utility as well. There's that jump on the box to look towards short. But nobody's short, just Jet for Ninjas in pajamas. Establishing their control of long with a deep incendiary. Again, Plopsky will be left in the pit. Now, as a CT sniper playing on the A bomb site, one of your roles will also be to offer flashbang support, let's say, to the player in the ramp, should a push come in later on towards long. So we'll keep an eye on that as the half and game progresses. So much earlier this time, VİRTUS.PRO have got presence on that short position. Now, what is their next step?
Cat with their eyes primed for this A site. But of course, still at any point can drop into a mid to B. It's a beauty of DUST2. You don't necessarily need to commit. Set your util up, see if you can get that kill. If not, you can always drop Ollie in mid, kick it, using it to get up on the Xbox. And IP fall back towards 2B right now. There's the God B smoke coming through for jaCkz. Going to be flashing their way into the A site. Molly is good. jaCkz goes ahead of it though. He knows this AWP can't see him from the corner. There's a man in Goose to clear out, and jaCkz does a great job. Twist is dead as well. The AWP picked apart by James, and in the pit sits one man, but he can't really play into this round. Seconds in to the execute, and VP haven't taken a single point of damage, but they have netted 3 kills. And surely a second round.
It is with brutality that VİRTUS.PRO will outmaneuver an IP in some of these rounds. Money not great again. Three for 2. See what NIP will do with their cash. Res Nork can buy. Plopsky can drop 1. So they may be a bit short, but the buy could be reasonable. And then indeed they will invest. Nork picks up the AWP, no Kevlar. So both snipers have been naked in the few rounds that we have seen so far here on DUST2. Holding the line. If he takes pot shots through the smoke, there's potential that he could be peeked from the mid doors in the meantime. So while his teammate runs down, he'll just hold the angle. And again, it's the approach on short. jaCkz loves to look through these mid doors. A violent exchange. Hampus gets most of it. Not in his favor, of course. Minute 10 on the clock. Plopski a little more aggressive towards long this time. Normally sitting in the pit, but threatening to maybe go through these doors at some point. We'll keep an eye on that. But in the meantime, VİRTUS.PRO may have intentions towards B.
Creepy Crawley is Buster. Twist with a D, needs some big spam work here. Oh, they clear him, he's tucked to the corner. Sanji does, looking away. Great entry. VP can now smoke the door and just guarantee the round. Force NIP out of this one to save. jaCkz could even take further players down after time. Oh, they're going to walk right by him. Plopski checks it, fair play, but still a kill for jaCkz. And there's more in the spawn. Oh, get out of there, buddy.
Feeling a bit aggressive today, jaCkz.
Not just today.
Three to 3. I think 3 of NIP got just the one kill at the moment. CT side DUST2, not easy. And again, saving a bunch of weapons. Got lots of rounds where the buy isn't quite ideal. No one running down suicide. There'll be some pot shots through the smoke, and maybe that's a tell actually for VP. Well, Rez has made his way up towards top mid to try and do something aggressive, make up for those shortcomings. And jaCkz has been eliminated, and they go TCurd as well. 2 for 1. They could be happy with that for the time being. NIP. Twist is able to fall back and retain some map control. Maybe invite a peek from Buster. He must be careful though as well. Sanji in the meantime has made his way up long and is seemingly going back down again. Unless he went the other way around. He'll soon be met by nawwk with the AWP, jumping into the angle. There it goes. Assumptions were made, and things may become painful now for NIP after the opportunities they gave themselves.
Yeah, VP had so much room to back out mid, get the bomb, grab the AWP. There are still guns in the middle, so they can be picked up with the players pushing at the top mid, but smoke on the cross, double down, and now the bomb can make its way to the site. Plopski's grabbed the AWP in the smoke, using it to his advantage. His flank is never coming through as Twist will just group with his team. Bomb has still made it. Plopski, a boost will be a really good play here. Yeah, they're going to go for it. Throwing the M4 up on the Timothy top. The spray is good. Sanji will trade. They know now Plopski is here near. And Twist has actually gone back on the flank only to reconsider. He could have really had an opportunity to strike them in the back line, but he doubles back towards Cat. 15 seconds. Sanji, he's read it well. He plants for long. He knows short. Likely to rotate with this player not having come in time yet. It's still a risk though. 50-50 and 3 kills already for Sanji. 8 bullets coming right up the catwalk. Oh, the move. Oh, he didn't spot him. Sanji has no idea, but it goes both ways. He's got to know. Too much time has ticked off. He has to know Twist's sight. He's making noise, and Sanji just flicks him in the face. Twist had to run. He knew he could have been long with the plant there, so not much he really could do in that position. But yeah, I gotta say, Twist, like he pushes top mid, he grabs a gun, he regroups Cat, then he goes long, then he goes back Cat. Like if he makes either of those decisions and commits with it, he can help his team in that 2-on-1 and trade. But Sanji is given the perfect opportunity to kill Plopski and Spawn, to plant and to pick his spot. definitely not what NIP needed.
Oh, VP have all bundled out of long. And already cleared that cold position. Can stand on the barrel to safely jump throw Molotovs to that spot. Barrel by the long doors. So that previous round, they could have done the close smoke for CT spawn to avoid that AWP getting secured by ninjas in pajamas. Not everybody knows that one. I've only seen MSL use it actually. I've never seen anybody else use it, but it's good to know. Well then, Hampus has given NIP a chance. I say that though, his teammates don't believe and they will be backing away to T-spawn. So seeing repeated outmaneuvering of ninjas in pajamas where they're having to hold on to weapons. We saw some aggression when they were lacking a full buy up mid. But time and time again, VİRTUS.PRO are just getting enough success where NIP have to give up on things. And VP moves to 5.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame for Hampus, you know, like he's floating around CT, but everyone else was already away. And so getting that 3-on-4 doesn't really entice you back in if you're NIP. I want to see Nip try and bring double orbs into the fray. You know, like we see them do that a good deal, right? Hampus can don it, as can Twist, right? Used to be the guy picking it up on this team. So you're more than capable of running it. You just need to get your ducks in order, right? You need to have the money there. Bit of a fight through the mid doors. Ultimately, though, nothing really going to come of it. VP with the mid aggression. Just running down middle, man. Look at them. Running down suicide, straight down into mid. They lose Sanji at long. And now they might hit the big green button to accelerate the pace in towards this B bomb site. jaCkz very, very fast in through middle. And they catch the first man. Now back inside of the site. There's one more where that came from. And Buster is there to take him out. Just going to be the save again for an IP on these two players that have weapons. VP really starting to pick up momentum, starting to run away with this second map. And it can feel so punishing with NIP being on this CT side, especially on a map like Dust, right? You really feel, you know, lacks of utility that round there with nothing to delay the B play, nothing to hold on to middle. It does just fall apart and it forces this save, right? This is one of the things about Dust. It's a bit like Inferno. The round can just end after 2 kills have come in. If they just happen to be in towards one of these bomb sites.
Save will net a rebuy with some extra bonus money, but NIP are still in a pretty rough spot right now. 6-3. VP picking up the pace, picking up the pieces, fast out long. Oh, the corner smoke misses. NIP throw their own to cross to the pit, and Rez gets there in time, but Kicker is keeping that position in mind. Rez, oh boy, he's gonna get Molly pushed out open, Kicker dead, and Rez now with a chance for a double down. He's done it with the smoke, finding a third, and that's a beautiful hold from Rez. It's actually Propsky to help him out there as well. jaCkz gets a B pick, but that is it. Far away from the action. And no bomb either.
See Hampus not moving from B, not wanting to get caught out on the rotation, having no idea where jaCkz could be. Well, it could be everywhere apart from long right now. And Hampus, that's $50. So losing the AWP would not be worthwhile. So James got 1 minute to consider his options. He's got $10,000 in the bank. I suppose a question is, does he identify that they have 2 AWPs already? If so, maybe it's about doing some damage, but how does he do some on a choke point like long doors? Seems he'll be hanging out, lurking, loitering, standing by the bins. It's a nice hold on long from Ninjas in Pajamas, focusing on the frags rather than the flashes. Dispatching of 4. Well then, AWP versus AWP pulls out the jaCkz when he's got a Tech 9. Interesting approach. Get caught in between with the USP. And that gives NIP another round on their CT side. Much needed as well. The way the momentum has looked for VİRTUS.PRO, I think all these rounds will be very key for Ninjas in Pajamas in this first half.
They're still looking to fight. They haven't crossed yet. The AWP is in middle. Kicker. Oh, I thought he was going to run through there. That would have been surefire death to Rez. They are going for a B play though. Kicker throwing in the mid to B. If Rez just drops immediately, they should have a strong hold on this site, but oh, that's a great kill. Nothing for Kicker. Now the B play desperate, and Twist has picked up one. Hampus waiting at the doors to draw them in. Twist doing more damage by the second, and they can't get him out of this position. They're being mollied back and forward. No one knows where to go, and maybe back to spawn is the only solution. Kinder, does he throw the AWP out? I mean, they've got a double anyway, so it won't really make a difference. So he's going to try and convolute things, get a kill on an aggressing CT. He might find one in spawn.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of faith, but only for a moment. Plopsky nailing him. 5 on the board for NIP. Still plenty of money for VİRTUS.PRO though in there. That's always going to be the worry here, right? NIP really do have to grind their way back into this game. Although with little plays like that from Twist and Co, maybe it's doable after all. Hampus as well, looking real good. I mentioned how, you know, you often see him kind of donning this AWP second. I think that's a pretty interesting thing to think about as well. You know, when you've got Twist on this team who used to be the main AWP, that we do see Hampus donning it a lot alongside nawwk. This round, you've already lost Rez early on. Plopsky falling back into the A site, but Long is given up. Long is taken by VP. So what's the response going to be from NIP on this occasion?
Well, Twist is in a very aggressive position on B, which, being a man down, may help them towards A. Because see Hampus moving now, wondering with the AWP, his teammates may need some support here. Plopsky will look to create some space and thwart the timing. Spray is nice. One must be careful though. So there's plenty of players who could spray back. Not sure how many have been identified. You can see North swinging now, adding some utility as well. HE will make a fatal connection. Sanji looking to face the site now, 21 HP. Has an angle on a sniper. How does North go for the repeak now? Needs some utility support. There's a smoke to create some space. Sanji will fall to the flames, heading towards 20 seconds for planted bomb now. 2 versus 3 in favor of Ninjas in Pajamas.
Oh.
Uh-oh, look at the AWPs, they're walking up. It's not even a retake. They're here before the bomb makes it to the site. Good luck. Hampus in the back, and nawwk will help him out. That's so brutal. That molly thrown in. 2 of them, in fact, one by Hampus. Another one comes in on the site to deny the plant and stalls it out just for long enough to let NIP get up close behind. They're recovering. They're showing us something here on the CT side, not going down for free. VP are going to have to work harder if they want to win this map in 2.
What an interesting position NIP suddenly find themselves in. There's the fast smoke for the Xbox fastest. VİRTUS.PRO now reduced to pistols. Got some pop flashes for mid doors here, I think. There we go. Nobody home. Can see NIP playing from range, not looking to be close to those doors. So they've got a good idea as to where their opponent's economy is, which has only become a harder and harder thing to keep a track of in this game. See the bomb lurking towards B tunnels. 3-0-2 set up now for Ninjas in Pajamas. 2 AWPs continue. And once again, we've got a very slow round here.
Through the smoke. Twist, that's a lovely spray. Can he get into B? No, he's shot the back. Didn't think there were more. They were a little late out the doors, but still should be a fine round for NIP, unless jaCkz can do something, Phil. Oh, no, he's caught in the doors. Plant's good, but nothing else, surely. Sanji, no armor with this AK. Will get behind the big box, but this should be a tradable position. They also have 2 mollies.
Is it the ace clutch? That's the question. Pressure's on for Sanji, and then with the first swing, the flash denies the early peek. The Molotov forces him out and makes him take a fight he didn't really want to take. NIP in the lead now, 7-6. All right, all right. Things are looking up. Things are looking good. Hampus really being the difference maker here. You know, like stepping up so much so, man. That double AWP, he in, you know, in my eyes, this game, he's been the only man with the AWP really making much of a difference. nawwk's had a pretty quiet time of things. Hampus, oh, look at this. They don't even play, well, they do play late B, but only 1 man there. Instead, lots of attention towards this A bomb site, and this is them attempting to make a bit of a read. VİRTUS.PRO do actually send a good few players over here towards mid and long, so these AWPs, a chance for them now.
Oh, nawwk. Knives out. Good shot. jaCkz has been getting picked apart in this map. Not quite the same as the last. Cat. Oh, he kills the AWP like nothing. Rez is on the wide angle though, is able to trade. That could have been massive if JaCkz gets away. Oh, can you not see? It looked like he had it. Maybe someone called that off of Buster's POV on his head. But now he's dead, and 2v4 with a flank out long as well. This looks done. Well played by NIP. They've been, you know, given a chance here, a breath of fresh air. And they're winning the half, whether VP like it or not.
Cheeky peek from Hampus. Got to be careful with that when the T's don't fire a shot through the door, as we mentioned earlier, because they'll be looking for exactly that. They're not firing into the smoke when you cross. They're waiting for you to peek. Unless you surmise them to have no money. Would have been a mistake here. Not much CeRq can do about that just yet, but he gets 2 for his patience. 4 versus 2 now for VİRTUS.PRO in the last round of this first half. Can see Plopsky by those middle doors and Twist not too far away in the B bomb site. But VİRTUS.PRO biding their time. Got 3 in the tunnels from top to bottom, all around, with Sanji on short. And then there was 1. Well, it'll be 7 rounds for VİRTUS.PRO halftime. So the 8, surprising 8 of Ninjas in Pajamas. Not the score we were expecting. We'll see if they can do any more than that after the break.
1 ahead at the half. Pretty damn good CT side, man. And I think VP have got their work cut out for them here as NIP set fast towards the B-bomb site. Look at the CT setup, though. 2 there.
That's juicy.
And 4 in middle. Oh, quick goosh. They're not going to push off of it, though.
Ooh, little USP tap from Buster. And now the rest of NIP down 3 lower tunnels. But look at James with the aim. Maybe even best in the game. Who knows? Holding on to mid. I only settled that because it rhymed. James nuts. But
put some respect on James, man.
Well, you know, I did just say best in the game. Don't get
you immediately
much more respectful than that.
Took it away.
Well, yeah, can't give him praise for too long. Ego would get too big, wouldn't it?
He can't hear us, don't worry.
Oh,
It's just me and you.
It's just us. Me, you, and James hanging out. No one else can hear a word. Look at this inside of the A site. Twist, waiting, trying to buy time. You want to know why? Big hammers, big H-man, wrapping up through short, and now he's really got to deliver. Now the bomb, I don't think is planted for him. Oh, it's up. Is it up on top? I can't actually tell. Yeah, I don't think it's planted. Yeah, kind of is. They're boosting, though, to... Or not boosting. He's up on the half wall to grab the defuse.
Yo,
that's a neat way to defuse that.
I've never seen anyone do it from the ledge, right? I guess maybe it has to be close to you so you can reach, but usually you got to jump on the box, which is, you know, safe to say, pretty out in the open. But a good defuse there, and plenty of cover for VP. So that's their pistol.
Or maybe we'll see a faster pace now that Ninjas in Pajamas are on a T side. Or maybe because VİRTUS.PRO are on the CT side, because we got a 2-man push immediately. And VİRTUS.PRO have essentially taken B halls with a smoke towards T spawn. Don't see that too often. There's a big reposition from VİRTUS.PRO. Keep an eye on him on the radar. This will be heard, though, by Hampus. But even though he's heard it, there's only 3 players left for Ninjas in Pajamas. There's a swing on long now and a 2-man spray down from jaCkz. VİRTUS.PRO, savage aggression in round number 2. Hampus now 1 versus 5 with the AK-47. The first engagement will cost him most of his health. At this point, he's somewhat doomed to lose the AK-47, but maybe he can make it expensive for VİRTUS.PRO. Take some of their weapons away as well. 47 seconds and jaCkz creeps with the scout. What is safe now for Hampus? Over the top of the smoke, jaCkz got New York. Worst scenario for Hampus, and VİRTUS.PRO make it to 9.
Yeah, you couldn't have imagined a worse situation to drop into there if you're Hampus. We're seeing nice stuff out of VP. Oh, look at James now and Buster. Am I reading that right? Have they gone for the double Nova buy? This isn't my eyes playing tricks on me. No, this is real. This is real. Okay, this is where we're at now. Double Novas for VP. James is ecstatic with what he's seeing on his screen.
Oh, I'm loving it. Makes me want to get mine out.
Whip it out for the boys, James. Let's get it. Buster in here in the top tunnel. James not with him. Well, they are together, but like, you know, not right next door. They're just hanging out. They're not playing the trade game. Instead, they're holding. And this Nova, here it is. Ooh, baby. Here it is. There's the tap on to the first man. Out of the round for NIP. It's Twist removed. Now they know about one of the Novas. The fear is already instilled. It's creeping in, and there it is, firing off for even more damage. That is all the way into D-spawn with the Nova. The Dink down to 30, and another Nova's wrapping in through T-ramp. Oh, no. They're trying to bait it for the Nova, and there it is. Oh, that's lovely. VP, I love you. You're bringing Novas back into Counter-Strike.
Call it the cash machine. It really is. They all are. With the Nova especially available on both sides. It's done its job. It'll be disposed of. The map control as well. No respect from VİRTUS.PRO. So confident on DUST2. They'll extend their lead as the AKs come out for Ninjas in Pajamas. Nork on the AWP. See 3 players make their way towards lower tunnel. An elbow has surely been spotted. A crouch pick won't be fast enough because jaCkz is very fast indeed. I remember at E-League, Skadoodle was significantly the fastest reacting player. I wonder how jaCkz would match up to him in that respect. Doing pretty good though versus the people who are still left in Counter-Strike. 5 on 3 now. Again, that rotation heard, and that's going to be a swing from NIP, but he didn't get anything out of it. And now Nork's the one in no man land who gets victimized by VİRTUS.PRO. 5 versus 2. The bomb is stuck. ropz needs help. Help is on the way from Twist, but where can they go?
Oh, good flash. They're still fighting the headshot angle. There's so much blood. Hard to see the targets. Just keep tip-tapping. Plopsky is alone. 1 on 5, and the cat flank. Well, some missed shots, but Kiki gets the kill eventually, and VP find 11 with a flawless round as well. That's good for the money, it's good for the confidence, and it's even better for the elimination, which is VP, which is exactly what they're trying to get, what they're trying to put down upon NIP here in the second map, yet to field a T-sided round. And the money ain't getting better. Tag timeout, and NIP taking a moment to figure out what they want to do moving forward.
I don't know, man. How do you mentally recover from the double Nova play? I don't know if you do. I don't know if that's already past the point. Because I'm pretty sure that's why you use that gun as the psychological warfare machine that it is. Scout on Hampus, pistol armor for everyone else, and that's all they're relying on. Lots of attention, lots of love towards that B site early on, but no rush. Molotovs are down in the tunnel. So for the time being, it's slow and steady for NIP.
With cheeky peek. HE might do some damage. Grenades to delay. What will NIP do? Slowly back out. And we're walking into a crossfire. Maybe Hampus can get something done in the meantime. Sanji holds on to his Molotov. Even though he's very alone on this A bomb site. jaCkz could potentially flash behind him. Oh, he's in trouble now. That molly's coming way too late. Swing and a miss from jaCkz. Sanji's limited in where he can peek. Manages to avoid the flashbang at the very least. Bomb dropped on the site. You'll hear that. Got jaCkz for support as well, I think. Well, Kiko was here. Here's jaCkz swinging first. Sanji still alive somehow. Ooh. And there he is, Sanji. Brehze makes his way up long. Got to land some deagle shots. There's one, and he's found himself an AWP now. Sanji low health. Could get tagged by a 1 deagle shot in that short boost position. Brehze doesn't know where he is. High ground or low, it's uncertain. But there are 25 seconds to plant this bomb. That much is certain. And that clock is only getting worse. But how patient will Sanji be? He's got the footsteps now and knows the position. Brehze still checking everywhere. Sanji starting to creep. Could be Gandalf as well. There he is, says hello. And it's a 12th round for VİRTUS.PRO.
Very well played, especially considering they last saw him on site, right? With the bomb down, Gandalf or short would be the expected position. But dropping elevator, why would he be there? Cheeky play for Sanji, and the walk on the ramp finds VP 12. Dangerous game to wide swing. I can't remember who that was. Maybe it was Buster or Kiko who just wide swings the dig on Rez there. You know how good this guy is with pistols, but it's not a worry. by the NIP. They only have pistols there. They made that damn close, and now with the guns out, maybe they can run wild. Traded by the Molotov, though, on long. Fast up the catwalk. No one to stop them, but the spot is there for Jame with the AWP. Info gained, and jaCkz coming to help out with that scope of his own. He's actually dropping spawn. He's made the read ahead of time. No insinuation that NIP was going mid to B, but they dropped the smoke. They speeded up fast, and jaCkz goes through it to trade 1-for-1. Only Buster at B, and he's gone as well. No hold on this site. They needed that kill, and now the retake is going to be so difficult, almost impossible, if not guaranteed by that death of Sanji. So James got to get out of there with the AWP, but don't worry, he's great at that. They're already hunting. They know.
But that's one of the things that's so sick about Jame is like everyone knows he's going to go for the save. And so, yeah, like you're going to go hunting for him. Not many teams get away with actually taking the gun away, you know, and that's why he's so sick at this. In through the long doors comes Rez, and at present, Jame's not aware. No, but as I say, Jame now aware. And there it is. No one could ever stop this guy from saving, man. He's the king. Still, not on the board for NIP. They get the round. That's what matters. Perhaps most importantly, they've ruined the money on VP's side. So, you know, as long as you can get around Jame, as long as you can get around this 1M4 as well that's been dropped over into play by Jame, then maybe, just maybe, you're in with the chance of getting a nice easy 10th on the board.
I don't think anyone uses USB plugs on their monitors.
No.
Well then, Ninjas in Pajamas are 3 rounds behind. They've got 2 AWPs to contend against in round 22 from VİRTUS.PRO. Oh. Big play into long from Plopsky will be denied. A lone soldier. There are 2 smokes around the mid doors, and Buster is waiting. Getting closer, actually. Could get caught by a flashbang here. Actually, no one's in position to throw one. They're all a little bit too close. Sanji will see the footwork first. There's a flashbang for him, and down goes Twist. Support flash from Buster will give great position and numbers for VİRTUS.PRO. Nork is alone now. 1 versus 5. No one's been taken out just yet. Tagged through the corner of the wall. Nowhere to go as we've got TTs in T spawn. VİRTUS.PRO make it to 13.
What a play by VP to put both AWPs in the B bomb site. When I saw Buster by the AWP, it made sense. He's had trouble anchoring B and even going 1-for-1 when he gets split. But, you know, I thought he'd just sit back plat with the AWP. Instead, that's Jame. Buster's fighting mid, flashed in, flashing Sanji in through spawn. And yeah, I double AWP in B. Hey, it works. Big risk considering if the T's go fast out long, if they take Cat, you firstly don't have an AWP to put up any kind of resistance on that A site, but on top of that, you're left with 2 AWPs in the retake. Like, lucky VP read that well, because that could have just been a free round to NIP due to circumstance, but hey, they hang on, they hold on, and now they can split these AWPs up, put Jame back on long, get Buster in the back of the B site. But yeah, great round for VP, nice and clean as well. It's always a confidence and money booster. 13 rounds, 3 away from the semi-finals. And SMGs to stop them getting there. Not a pretty purchase at all. Good luck, Buster.
Ooh. Our first flash goes over.
3 here.
And now he's ready. Don't know how that doesn't connect. Buster. Oh, really getting cheated out of these, isn't he? Oh, dear. Eventually, something's got to hit. Instead, it's the swing from door that saves the day. Kicker with the mow down. just Hampus left, AK and a Deagle in the 1v4 up through Cat. Doesn't like what he sees, and I can't say I blame him.
I gotta say, I feel like NIP committing there is a bit of a silly move. They group 4 tunnels, they spot the B. Hampus kills jaCkz pushing along the top mid. That's where he dies. And so what that does is that tells you, if you're NIP, that VP know you're in B, because jaCkz has cleared out so much the map. And so VP a triple B right there with Kicker and Buster being supported by one more. So yeah, you know, you're just guaranteeing you're walking into a stack if you're NIP there, which feels like a bit of a wasted round. Only low econ though, SMGs and a couple of guns. That being said, it's one of their few rifle rounds left in this T side, and VP taking it near flawlessly. Maybe jaCkz can be killed here by Hampus, but he'll probably need to jump off the box. Kicker will see him, and that's the kill to find 4 for Kicker and 14 for VP. CT side has been far better than the T side as well. NIP have only netted 1 round here.
Yeah, that's a pretty tough spot for them. Tactical pause will be called, but it's a very, very difficult spot for Ninjas in Pajamas now. Despite all those missed shots, they had next to no success on that B-bomb site. And it won't get any better for them now. A lot of money made by VİRTUS.PRO. 2 AWPs continue. And the money for NIP, I think, is awkward. We'll have a look at it when it's on the screen again. Everybody very focused. But NIP are nearing elimination. That much is clear. And we can see jaCkz keeping an eye on the high ground there, giving Sanji some protection. Well, the money will allow them to have the AK-47s out. I suppose they calculated it, which is why that last one died towards the end of that previous round. And it's nawwk's turn to make his way towards Long. More successful than we saw previously. Has some support as well. So Long's been taken early. What is the second part of this plan for Ninjas in Pajamas?
Well, it certainly looks like the plan is to split this A site, right? They've still got this lower tunnels control that's slowly but surely creeping its way up into mid. You don't have a smoke, so that's the only thing that's a little bit weird. Not on any of these mid players, at least. That means if you're going to get to catwalk, you've just got to jump and hope that you survive the journey, which they will, luckily enough. Quick reaction from Twist. There's the re-peek at short, and he's doubled down. jaCkz is wrapped from long as well, and that's kind of sloppy for VP there. That one kind of falls apart. It's great work from Twist, you know, to get the 2 entries. Those 2 players trying to trade each other. jaCkz caught looking over towards Cat, right, but already Long's been given up, and NIP will push down. So it is just this save, 10 on the board for NIP. As once again, right, they're deep on the back foot as they're trying to make this comeback come in. Only difference now is that they've got this CT economy to go up against, and it feels a lot easier to break. Now, it's not going to be broken just yet, but the fact that you've been running double orbs for your VP means taking this orb out for NIP, if they're able to find Buster, has huge implications look into the future. That's why we see them so vigorously trying to hunt down this saving player. They really want to get this orb out of Buster's hands, and they just can't seem to find him. They can't seem to deal with him. And so he keeps the AWP out for VP, and that makes all the difference now. He's able to bring another one out. Right, double AWP setup. Things are looking good still, and that grind is set to continue for NIP.
Yeah, obviously jaCkz gets caught here, but it is just a well-timed split by NIP. Obviously Twist gets 2 kills, and at that point jaCkz has to commit, right? He can't start turning around watching Long. He doesn't know the timing of their push. He knows they're coming catwalk, and a second's difference would have probably meant he got a kill there, but it still felt like a lost round out of the gate thanks to Twist, and
Wow.
That is a miss. Somehow, some way, nawwk steals the opener.
Well, that was a clean shot, but the server thought otherwise. VP backing away from Long. jaCkz are still moving around. We'll see Sanji in that goose position. Maybe we'll see if he knows the palm tree flash. Perhaps not, though, because teams at B split will be on. The bomb is to be collected in the tunnel by Plopsky, if not Twist. jaCkz has made some space for himself. Nobody rotating in from spawn at Brehze, and that org will be savage at the back of the bomb site. Down goes the bomb, leaving Nork in a 1 versus 3 to try and fix things, try and retrieve things. And the quick scope onto Sanji. Flashbang doesn't go where he would have liked. Can wallbang that position for the boost spot, but Kiko will get that final kill and put VİRTUS.PRO on match point.
Yeah, he's won them their last 2 rounds with 4Ks, so some big heroics here from Kicker in the CT side of Dust. 21 kills, top of the server right now. You'd love to see it. And yeah, they can get a buy, but it ain't gonna be pretty. 2 Galils, a Deagle, the AWP at least here. An attack pause for NIP as they don't want to be eliminated from this tournament, but it's looking likely 5 chances for VP to find 1 round, and this will be NIP gone and VP to the semis.
Ooh. Now that's sad for NIP. They've lost a man early. They try to build back in, and these are good trades at least to leave the round open. Now, did they see Sanji just get down into the pit? They've already been swung from long. They're not ready for another man, and now suddenly the implications of this early mid-fight, leaving NIP a man down, up against 15, become all too clear. Hampus and Rez left alive to try and keep NIP in this game, and they've got it down to a 2-on-2 thanks to Hampus, who has been lights out in this series. Really doing everything he can to keep that dream alive for NIP. Him and Rez creeping down through middle and waiting over here in mid. You do have Kicker. Meanwhile, James pushed down Catwalk as well. A very, very good read from VP on this one, right? Both players fixated on mid. Early info available to James, potentially even a kill as well, but no one's going to come his way. So they get past James, but he's very, very quick on this rotation. Could just even elect to drop down through the Catwalk instead. Silent flanking around behind, and he just misses the timing. Is this going to be an attempt at the clutch for James, or will it just be the save? Because the money is pretty screwed for VP. So that might force his hand to just keep the AWP alive.
Seems that may be the case. While most of the team are on double eco territory, can still win with just the AWP. As unlikely as it is, where there is an AWP, there is opportunity. He wants one above the waist. Another opportunity to see a wallbang. Come on. Nope. Not even the wallbang. I'm kind of curious now if that would have landed. Well, that's one test survived by Ninjas into Pajamas. There are 4 more to come, and that's just for overtime.
Yeah, the difference there, they finally get the long pick out of spawn, right? Just hitting the doors. VP have often won that battle early, like Kicker getting the first kill, and then NIP's just hero player out long gone, and they're left 4v5. Now it's James doing it all, at least he has to, if they want to win this round and close it here. It's a great opener though. Plopsky, fast, Cat, dead. There's so many mid players here for VP. They want to push together. They want to... Oh boy, bye James. Jumping the door. That's a great trade from Sanji though. The AWP's gone from the T side. Cat is taken. They know James isn't here. Hampus needs to take space while he still can. jaCkz pushing mid, picked by lower.
The bomb's one short though.
Yeah, this is a very weird round.
Yeah, the bomb was stuck in the scopes of Sanji, and maybe that's why one of the VP players just ran through middle doors there, perhaps expecting the T's to be elsewhere and dying in that fashion. maybe severely weaken the chances here for VİRTUS.PRO, and it seems that the save simulator will be turned on. Despite the bomb still not being rescued just yet, they'll secure more angles of Hampus in CT spawn, get some smokes up, some flashes, make it as safe as possible. Can't give this team too many opportunities VİRTUS.PRO. So it's protect the VIP mode, and they will create a ring of protection around Res to plant that bomb. As again, Sanji and jaCkz will try to hold on to the sniper rifle for the buy round to come. A light buy here in this round. The jaCkz will be the information man. Just create some space for Sanji to fall back into should he need to. And NIP will head towards 12. If they are somehow able to take DUST2, Train would be the decider. This does feel a bit like the 36 Chambers of Death right now. They're going through them one by one. There's a security for the AWP god. Sanji misses the flick, and there goes the AWP as well. But of course, James has exactly 4750.
Ah, funny that. Might even want to save one more though, right? Like buying here does not feel viable.
Well, if they buy here, they get 2 buys. They buy at 12 and they buy at 14. So they kind of have to buy him.
Ooh, 2 players aren't going to be well armed or are going to be missing something like util. Yeah, we got a Famas, we got a Deagle. We haven't got a kit. It's not a pretty buy, but yeah, as said, you're getting 2 out before OT, which is at least better than 1. Numbers dictate. Group towards B with the bomb as well. jaCkz close on the doors. He has been the hero of VP's last 2 rounds. 4 kills in each of them. Oh, they go through that door. What? He's so blind. Out of the picture immediately. No one expecting that kind of play. That smoke is for jumping up Xbox, but they flash through. They basically screw their own vision. If there's an AWP there on the corner who's not blind, they're dead. Thank goodness the flash works. Nice little cheeky play for NIP to set up in this round.
Yeah, the scary part is like with where VP are positioned on the map, if someone doesn't step up massively, this could just be a save already, you know, like from the get-go, with NIP being a man up. If they walk the catwalk exactly like they're doing now, don't get any contest heading into the site and then get the bomb down, I think you're saving. And yeah, VP, they're already leaning back towards B. They're actually already peeling away from A.
That is a awful shame for VP. And it means they can't really like heavy buy into the next. They should just get a couple of grenades and a kit.
So they're essentially giving themselves a 3rd buy here.
Yeah.
By playing it very, very safely. Masters of the numbers games. It's funny, even a factory new FAMAS has this kind of wear, because this is how they look in real life. You go to like a big train station in France, you'll see the military carrying the FAMAS, and they have wear exactly like that. I always wondered why even the stock one looks like that, but it's because that's how they look.
See, I wish the FAMAS was better, because I think the gun itself is really cool. It's a shame that it's not very good in Counter-Strike.
Sounds like you're shooting magnets at a fridge, you know,
That's a very specific sound.
Yeah.
I've never shot one singular magnet at a fridge, so I couldn't...
No, not one, but like multiple.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying.
At least 3.
Oh,
autos.
the autos are out. NIP going off the rails here. Threats lost control. Someone else is taking over the steering wheel. And Plopsky. Oh no! Oh, it's him. Foot down, pedal to the metal as he goes towards this this A site. Said metal, mate. Oh, they've dropped the bomb. The FAMASes show up. The FAMAS best gun in the game. We were all saying it till moments ago. That Molotov going to complicate things a little bit. Forces a player to go deep at the catwalk. Sanji out on a limb. Are they trying to boost a man up? They are. They're trying to get Sanji's support, but that opens them up to this mid-wrap. A shut down one of these players on the boost. They're trying to hound down the other. This has all gotten a little too chaotic for my liking. And oh, Sanji's out. Kicker left in now the 1v1. And he's in with the swing. But nawwk keeps it NIP 14-15.
Crikey.
And this is it for VP now. One final buy to try and deny overtime.
Oh, they had that, man. They absolutely had a chance there. You know, obviously, James caught by how fast Plopsky's taken up Cat. He tried that a few rounds ago. James got the pick. But the difference here is VP went 4 long out of spawn to try and take their control, as NIP have been throwing players out there in many of these rounds. But that means no Cat boost for James. He's late to the angle. And even though he dies, VP make it a 1-on-1. They can't convert. Buster's flashed out long. And great flash to catch Twist as well. It's actually a team flash. Not helpful. Buster's caught, though, trying to get into the pit, and it's costly for VP. The smoke push for NIP is a huge risk, but with risk often comes reward. 4-on-4, and this is where you really want to bleed the clock a bit. You don't have to commit to long out of spawn. Obviously, the danger waiting here is VP can get inquisitive and take control. They can push B, they can early rotate out knowing that that's clear. But right now, it just looks like NIP want to cross towards A. No kit in this round either. Don't like that. Oh my, kick-hurt! That is despicable. 3 kills in 1 spray. It's done. It's the game. Kick it kills them all. And James has shut it down. That's the playoffs continuing for VP. Kicker. Oh my, he gets 4 to find the 14. He gets 4 to find the 15. And he mows down all 3 on long to close out the series.